Hey, what's going on, everybody? I like that, Tony. Happy 4th plus one. I like that. Hopefully it was a good 4th, Tony. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Sweet. That's all we like to hear. Appreciate it. What's up, everybody? We got Tony in the house. We'll give it another minute or two. Happy 4th plus one. Hopefully everybody got a chance to take a break and relax for the day. I had a great day with the family yesterday. Got a chance to go to a parade, fireworks with the kids. 3-year-old liked it. 10-month-old did not. So, yeah, it was a good time. But all in good fun. Hopefully everybody had a good chance to take a break and enjoy it. We'll give it another minute or two, and then we'll fire into it. For those of you that are new, I'd like you to welcome you to Call Your Shot Sports Breaks, the Memorabilia. My name is Bart. For those of you guys that don't know me, Call Your Shot Sports Breaks is a one-man show. It's really just me. It's not a brick-and-mortar store or anything like that. Just one man with a passion for sports. I am a high school math teacher by trade, but a sports connoisseur, and of course, always trying to expand the hobby. I got priced out of some other things in terms of cards and things because it just got crazy with price. So I've been doing breaks like this for a while now, at least jumping into them. I've just started doing these breaks in January, and man, really appreciate all the feedback that I'm getting. Got a lot of good people. What's up, John Reed? That's awesome. Welcome back. What's going on, Darren? I love it. All right, guys. So for those of you that are new, welcome. Feel free to jump into the chat. We got some regular guys that are pretty good about communicating, just having some fun and keeping the positivity, which I'm a huge fan of. So we got Tony, we got John Reed, we got Darren. We got some other guys here as well. So if you're new, feel free to jump into the chat and say hello. If it's your first time, jump in the chat. We'll wish you some good luck. Otherwise, I'll kind of run through my spiel, and that way we'll dive in as more people jump on. So, of course, tonight we're doing a little break from last week. We're doing 2 football. So we got the tried and true black bag edition for football, as well as the Extravaganza. That will be our first break. The second break, we'll go with the hockey puck. We've had some decent luck the last couple weeks, but we're hoping for a big-time headliner this week. For those of you guys that care to know, since I have been doing it the last couple weeks, we got box 40 out of 50. So we'll see how that one goes. Hopefully there's a monster lurking in there for somebody. And then we'll end it with the baseball. The baseball did really well this week. We got the black bag. That's our second week that we're doing the black bag for baseball, as well as the bat. So the baseball did really well. It sold out. We did have some unsolds in football and in hockey. So if you guys give me a second, I'm going to put those in the chat here. For the sake of transparency, I'd like everybody to know kind of what didn't sell. So that way, in case one of these teams hits, what we've been doing is we've been randomizing it to everybody in those breaks. So if you can see it there for football, the Cardinals, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Jets, the Titans. And then for hockey, we have the Sabres, the Predators, the Devils, the Islanders, and the Mammoth. So if any one of those teams hit in the break, we will randomize that item out to everybody that was in the break. And of course, the more teams that you got, the more teams that you bought in will be the amount of times that your name appears in the randomizer. It's only fair for those people that are buying extra teams that they get an increased odds or chances of winning something. So just so you guys know, for the sake of transparency, it's in the chat there. So hopefully you guys can see it. Otherwise, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Then we got 9 people here, so we got some positivity cooking. I think we're ready. All right, so true to form, we'll start with some football, and then for football here, we'll start with the black bag edition. Again, for all the people that are new, I did have some cool conversations with some first timers over yesterday and today. So I met some cool people that are willing to give it a shot. We got some hockey people. We've got some people that are kind of mixed between all the sports. So that was exciting. We'll start here with the GoldRush Black Bag Edition. I should also say before I forget that if you look in the video description, you'll see that there's a link to the Facebook group if you want to jump in. In 2 weeks, we'll do another one of our little Facebook group member appreciation breaks. So if you want to be in on that, that would be awesome. So feel free. Oh yeah, no worries, Doug. Doug, welcome to the breaks. Doug, one of the guys I was talking to over the last 2 days. Seems like a solid dude. So good luck, Doug. All right. So that being said, there's a link for a Facebook group if you're interested. If you want to give the video a like, subscribe, I'd appreciate that. We're almost at 50 subscribers to the YouTube, which is kind of nice for me. So then I have some other things that I could do once I get to 50. I think I can start using my phone for some of the breaks and things like that. So I don't know. That's kind of exciting for my end. But we'll dive in. Enough for talking for me. Yeah, no problem. So we'll dive in. As always, I'll take you guys on a trip around the bags just so you guys can see that everything's in working order. Maybe I won't go as slow as I usually do since we got a lot of returners that know how this goes. But of course, I don't know what's in these items. We're going to find out to get together for it's new here. Of course, it wouldn't be good if I knew what was in them. I'm going to find out with you guys. I'm hoping for some of the biggest hits. After all, you guys are a solid group of dudes, and I'm hoping here somebody gets a big hit and keeps the excitement going. So we're going to dive in. As always, eBay does require that I might mark all items as shipped, whether or not your team hits. So whether or not your team actually hits a piece of memorabilia, everybody will see after the break that their item gets marked as shipped. If your team actually ends up hitting it, you will see that you also get a tracking number as well. All the items will go out on Monday morning, and you should be receiving them Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just based on geographically how close you are to Northern Illinois. So keep that in mind. You're going to see the items marked as shipped no matter what. And if you see that tracking number, of course, I will also say it out loud here who's getting the item if you're here or you're watching the video. All right. Now, that's the third time I'll say enough talking for me. Let's get into it. So how about the football? Football 2-item break to start. Let's start with the black bag. So right here, GoldRush, Black Bag Edition. Good luck to all teams. Let's get after it. How about some good hits this week? Last week we had some nice ones. Let's continue. All right. So let's see what we got. Some familiar colors the last couple weeks. All right. So I'd say that's pretty crazy luck 2 weeks in a row. So we've got Williams, and I think I know who this is going to. Yeah, I think this is JMO again. So I think this is a repeat from last week. So last week we ended up hitting JMO in the Extravaganza box. So that's pretty crazy. So Tony, I know he's a nice receiver, but I think now you just got a Christmas present from one of your friends. You don't got to go out and rack your brain on what to get them. So because it is Jameson Williams, and we got the same one last week, a Detroit Lions hit. And I would normally have to go check my list to see who it's going to. But in terms of our break room, we've got one guy who's Detroit tried and true. And of course, is going to Tony. So Tony, another Williams coming your way. Of course, now you get to see which one has the better auto. And that way you keep the nicer one, and then you get to gift the other one to another Detroit fan that you have. I'm sure you have quite a few. All right, first hit of the night, going to Detroit on the JMO. Yeah, that's a solid win right there. So we hit one last week. Otherwise, I would look it up, but that's a JMO. All right, so then we'll push off hockey for a second. We do got the second half of the football break, so we'll run with this guy, which is the GoldRush Extravaganza. Of course, the GoldRush, in terms of the box here, got the cellophane wrapping, as well as the tried and true secondary seal. So a quick trip around the box just to make sure. There's your secondary seal. You guys can see everything is in working order. Exactly the same way that I got it from the distributor. All right, now we haven't had any of these headliners yet, but man, it'd be nice to get somebody here. I was talking to a few people about the Bo Nix in the last couple of days. I mean, the Breeze would be nice. The McCarthy would be nice. The Henry would be nice after last season. I mean, you name it. It seems like the Steelers, the Bradshaw jersey, definitely something people are interested in, according to what I can see on my end. So, all right, guys, we'll get after it. I'll start by the cellophane wrapping, and then we'll do the secondary seal. So away we go. All right, so there goes the cellophane wrapping. And then we've got the patented secondary seal. Yeah. Compare the auto. That's what I would do. I think I've done the same thing in the past too. I've got some hits, and then I've got a buddy of mine who's a really big Cubs fan. So, hey, saves me some time and effort around the holidays. So, what was it? Yeah, Tony. That's definitely allowed. Now we haven't had a lot of people that have done it, but if two people are here and they want to do a trade, then as long as both people message me and say that that's cool with them, then yeah, I could send it out exactly that way. So somebody let us know, Tony, if you're open to that. If you're game, then somebody else is interested in the JMO. I mean, the JMO jersey is a nice one. You're talking about a really nice young wide receiver who's got a ton of upside. So I'm down with that. So Tony, if you're interested, and if anybody else wants to talk to him, you got the chat there. And then, like I said, as long as both people agree, no pressure, right? Of course, nothing here is about pressure and making people do something. But if you're open to it and you want it, talk to Tony. He's a cool dude. I'm sure he'll give you the time and day. All right. So enough said about that. But if you're interested, feel free. I'm cool with that. We haven't had it done before, but that's fine by me. All right. There's that secondary seal, guys. Good luck to all teams. For sure. All right, so let's get it. Here comes the secondary seal. Good luck to all teams. This is the second item for football this week. How about a new name? How about a big one? How about a headliner? Let's see what we got. All right, I think I know this one. Just from the look of the bag, the look of the colors. This is ETN. So Travis Etienne, and this is gonna be a Jaguars hit. So Travis Etienne Jr. Got the Jaguars colors rocking. Big old auto. So big old T&E. Beautiful autograph. And then Beckett Cert. So in this case, Beckett Cert BK 69116. BK 69116 on the Beckett Cert. Travis Etienne Jr. This one's going out to the Jags. It's a nice auto. I like the color scheme. Of course, the color scheme matches the color scheme for a lot of stuff in terms of my breaks. I do a lot of teal, black, and white. So it's a nice jersey. Let's take a peek. For the Jacksonville Jaguars this week, we got Mike C. So this one's going out to Mike C. Mike C on the Travis Etienne Jr. Congrats, Mike C. Mike C was around the first couple weeks of the breaks, and then took some time away and came back to us. So congrats, Mike. Mike C, thanks for coming back. And congrats on the hit. Travis Etienne has a clean jersey for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike C. All right. I'll get myself situated here, and we'll move on to hockey. Now, I've been enjoying the hockey pucks. I know that a few of you have been enjoying them as well. I'm definitely hoping for a big-time name. That would be pretty cool. There are some big-time names that are shown on the websites for Hit Parade, as well as some of the pictures that I have up on eBay as well. So we are going to be opening up some Hit Parade 2020-24-25 Series 7 Game Puck Edition, which is kind of nice. And when it comes to Hit Parade, there is no secondary seal, but I'll take you on a trip around the box nonetheless. Of course, the cellophane wrapping to start. And then once we get past the cellophane wrapping, you guys can see that there's this sleeve here. I'll take that sleeve off. I'll slide it off. And as soon as he slide it off, then there'll be some spots where I can open up the box and we can go take a peek at it. As I've done the last couple of weeks, we are opening box 40 out of 50 this week. I think we were in some lower teens the first couple of weeks, and this is just the next one that came out of the box. So we'll take a peek at it together. Here we go, guys. The hockey break for this week. Series 7 from Hit Parade, Game Puck. Let's see what we got. And of course, if I don't know it, I imagine we've got some hockey guys here will help. I know Doug's a hockey guy. I know Darren's a hockey guy. All right, so let's see what we can do. All right, good luck to all teams. Let's get after it. Man, how about one of those headliners this week? That would be awesome. All right, here we go. And as I'm opening it, a friendly reminder that whatever team is shown on the puck is the team that it's going to, even if that's not the current team that the player is playing for. Last week, we got Ryan Donato for the Seattle Kraken, even though Donato plays for my hometown Chicago Blackhawks. Did go to the Kraken. In the case that it's a puck with a year on it, but let's say it doesn't have the logo, then whatever team that player played for on that year, then that's the team that it's going to go to. I want to say that out loud before I break it, just to make sure everybody knows that, since the pucks are a little bit different. It makes sense that if it's inscribed for a specific game or specific, playoffs from 2012, then that it will go to that team that player played for at that time. Okay, so let's take this sleeve off. Of course, the sleeve is kind of like serving as the secondary seal. We'll see a nice Hit Parade box. That is the box that I ship it out in. Let's take a peek at what we got. Good luck to all teams. How about a nice hockey hit this week? Oh, guys, good news. It's a Hit Parade case hit. And of course, the case hit means is one of the bigger names. So Hit Parade case hit. This is great news, guys, for the people that are in the hockey break. Big name incoming. So how big? We're about to find out. All right. Case hit. Let's see what we got. Ooh. I know what this is. I'm extremely jealous. I know what this is, and I am extremely jealous. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a beautiful hockey puck. And I will tell you right now, I am jealous. All right, in case you guys don't know it, there's the auto there. Of course, I'm a sucker for silver Sharpie on black. Cup winning goal in the Stanley Cup Finals in 2010. I was actually just looking at something on Facebook about this, because I think this is the anniversary of my Chicago Blackhawks winning a Stanley Cup. And Darren is exactly right. This is Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane. Yeah, and this is since it's 2010, this is going to go Blackhawks. Yeah, sorry, Tony. I know that he's on Detroit right now. But this is a perfect example of one with, if you can see close enough to I'll kind of move in there, Stanley Cup Final 2010. No, yeah, I know, Tony. And believe me, if I could split this in half and give it to two people. Hey, look at that, Tony. I love the positivity and the sense of humor. So that's awesome. This is a really nice hit. Case hit. Hit Parade, Patrick Kane. Yeah, that's awesome. And of course, it's going to the Blackhawks. So the certified is JSA certified. So we'll show that here as well. That's AB 44662. AB 44662. Patty Kane. Yeah, let's go take a peek. I'll have that here on screen. In terms of the Blackhawks, sorry, I got starstruck by the name. And of course, I'm a huge fan there as well. This one's going out to Darren. So Darren's got this one. So congrats, Darren. Darren is one of our resident hockey guys. So I don't know a better dude that it could go to. Of course, we got some other hockey guys that are jumping in. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Chelios is a nice too. I like your style, Darren. You got some of my Blackhawks. Yeah, that's awesome. Cup winning goal on a game puck. The 88th inscription. Yeah, the Chelios is nice too. And of course, Chelios also played for Detroit, so I'll give you that, Tony. You guys got good taste in some of the players you guys pick up, and vice versa. Of course, I got a lot of respect for Detroit, so congrats. Patrick King. Going out to Darren. That's a beauty. That's going to go front center here, so nice. We were waiting for a case hit, and we got it. Again, thanks to all the people that tried to break for the first time. We had several people that are into hockey that are giving it a go for the first time, and I think that just shows, like, stick with it. You know, I think Darren's been in every single hockey break that we've had. I think he had maybe one of the jerseys came out his way too, but he's been in the hockey breaks. Always takes out multiple teams, and it paid off. Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats again, Tony. Case hit. That's what we're talking about. I'm hoping that's not the only case hit that we have in the case that I have. So hopefully there are multiple case hits. I think when they put them all together, they throw the pucks in randomly. So hoping there's another case hit to come soon. All right, guys. I'll slowly but surely start to tuck these little footballs towards the back, as well as the hockey puck fronter, since that's one of the case hits. We got to have that front center. We'll move on to baseball. So then for baseball, which is our third break of tonight, we'll start with the black bag edition for baseball. Baseball did well this week. We did actually end up selling out, which is kind of cool. So thank you to everybody that jumped in and helped sell it out. We'll start with the black bag and then move on to the baseball bat. So here we go. Take a trip around the bag just to be sure. Last week we did have Chuck Knobloch, which is kind of a cool name. That went out to the Yankees. So I'm hoping that we got another decent name in here. Black bag always does quite all right. We've had some nice names come out of it. So all right, guys. Last break of the night will be baseball, 2 items, the jersey and the bat. Enough talking about it. Let's be about it. Good luck to all teams. How about another nice hit for somebody in the break room? All right, here we go. Seeing a white jersey. And this is Wilson. So I got Wilson on a blue and white jersey. Number 6. Beautiful autograph, if you guys could see it there. So we got a beautiful autograph. Looks like William Wilson. Number 6 on the inscription, 85 World Series champs. We got William Wilson, number 6, 85 World Series champs. We'll take a look at it together. For me, it's screaming Dodgers just by the colors, but 85, I mean, it could be a couple things. So we'll take a look at it together. Of course, it is Beckett certified. I'll show you guys that guy as well, so that if you want to look it up with me, we can look it up together. I'll be sure. So here we go. BS 03544. BS 03544. All right, we'll take a peek together. So Beckett cert, if you want to come searching with me, I'll do that right now. Give me a second, guys, and I'll be sure. 85 World Series champs inscription. It's pretty cool. All right, Beckett cert, one more time. BS 03544. Give me 1 second, guys, to get this squared up. Yep, Willie Wilson. And then what I'll do is I'll take this guy over to Pro Baseball Reference, is where I like to go, in case you guys care to know. and we'll get it together. Okay, so if the picture on Pro Baseball Reference in a giveaway, this looks like it's a KC hit. So this is Kansas City Royals, 15 years. And he was playing for the Royals in 85. He was in MVP voting in 84. MVP voting a couple years before that as well. All right. Career 46.1 WAR, 7,731 at bats, 2,207 hits, 41 home runs, 285 batting average. So Willie Wilson definitely hit for average. Not a ton of power, but 46.1 WAR, almost 8,000 at bats. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, Willie Wilson. This one's going out to KC. So then Kansas City Royals this week is Tim S. So Kansas City Royals, Tim S. Tim's had a couple hits with us before. Not sure if Tim's here tonight. Tim, congrats. Been waiting for our KC hits. This might be our first Kansas City hit so far. We've been waiting on it. I think we were also waiting on the Yankees, and the Yankees delivered last week. So hopefully that's a sign to come for people that are buying some different teams. Yeah, as a solid player, 46 WAR. Willie Wilson coming out to KC on the Royals. Tim S. Congrats, Tim. All right. I'll do a little shuffling here just to get the bat front center and still keep all of these beautiful things in viewpoint. All right, and when it comes to the baseball bat, we had a nice hit last week for those people that were with us. If you remember, we ended up hitting Andre Hawk Dawson. And when it comes to big-time hitters, I would say Andre the Hawk Dawson is one of the definitions of big-time hitter. If you look it up in the MLB dictionary, I imagine you might see his face there. Big-time player. I'm hoping that we have an equally, if good, if not better, big-time player sitting here in this box. Of course, when it comes to the baseball boxes, as I always do, we'll take you on a trip. There's not much room to open it up vertically here, so it does open up on the sides. When it comes to secondary seals, we just got tape on the barrel ends and on the knob ends. So if you guys take a look at it here, you'll see there's some tape here on the barrel side. Take you on a quick trip around. So really just the two spots there. Let's go take a peek at the knob side just to make sure, again, for the sake of transparency. When it comes to opening the box, I will open it up on the barrel side just because that's where the auto is. As soon as I reveal the auto, I'll take the box and I'll chuck it off to the side. We'll investigate the autograph together. Hopefully it's one that I know or somebody else knows. If not, we'll look it up together. Baseball bat's a little bit harder than the other items because very rarely is there a team listed, and usually something that we'll have to go take a look at unless the auto is clear to us. All right, guys, in case you are new to the breaks, since we do have some new people, I don't know if people are interested in baseball, but it did quite well this week. If you're interested, you can go take a look at some of the rotating list of autographs. Of course, if you're not, then no pressure, but you're more than welcome to. We'll have a ditto break next week, and then I'll probably mix it up after that. I'll talk a little bit about that maybe after, but let's do it. Here I got the barrel side. As you guys can see on the box, we are looking for some Hall of Famers, some rookie all-time greats. So it'd be nice to pull something good. All right, guys, last item for tonight, the second item of the baseball break, which is the bat, which become a tried and true part of our weekly rotation as we keep going through the summer here. So here we go. Good luck to all teams. I'm going to open up this side, and I'm going to open up the other side as well, and then we'll open this guy up. A little bit of tape on both sides. All right, guys. As I've already said, good luck to all teams. How about another nice hit for somebody? After all, it is a baseball bat. Got to work on my dad jokes while I'm here as well. My kids will appreciate it. Okay, we got a blonde bat. Ooh, I think I know this one. I think I know this one. And it is another nice one. I think I know this one. I think it is another nice one. That one's not bad. I imagine a lot of people can figure this one out if I'm if I know it the way I think I do. All right. Give it a second as I usually do in case somebody wants to jump in with a guess. I imagine some people can guess this one. This one's not bad. That's a beautiful autograph. It is on a pro stock Louisville Slugger. I was actually just talking about this player as well. Of course, if I have it right, but we got the JSA cert, WB 609777. Gents, I think we got a Joe Carter here. I think we got Joe Carter. Of course, we'll look it up together since we got the JSA. Joe Carter. I think I can squeeze out the cert. Nothing better than you guys getting the opportunity to watch me struggle take this certification out in front of a group of guys. So, no, of course. All right, Joe Carter. We'll go take a peek and make sure that I got it right. We'll leave it right here on screen so everybody can see it. We'll go take a peek. All right, JSA. If you like looking it up with me, you're more than welcome to. This is WB 609777. All right, Joe Carter. This baseball bat was signed in Canada. So signed in Canada. Of course, when it comes to the items that we don't have a physical team listed, we will go with the team that this player played the most for. And in terms of that most, it will be the most games. So, all right, we got it in Pro Baseball Reference, Joe Carter. And then it's a close one, but this one's going out to Toronto. So he played for Toronto for 7 years, Cleveland for 6 years, and a bunch of teams for 1 year. Even my Chicago Cubs. He had a cup of coffee in Chicago, 23 games. But in terms of Toronto, he played over 1,000 games for Toronto. 19.5 career WAR, almost 8,500 at bats, 396 home runs. He was drafted by my Chicago Cubs in the first round. He didn't deliver for my Chicago Cubs, but I would say for an entire career, lifetime All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger, in the World Series 2 times, I'd say that's a nice hit. So Joe Carter. And this is going to be a Toronto Blue Jay hits. And then this week for Toronto, we've got Braden. So Braden has had some nice luck the last couple weeks. He was, I think he hit a couple times on the Guardians. And now he's got a Joe Carter to go with it. So this one's going out to Braden. So Braden, not sure if you're here tonight either. Sometimes Braden will join us. But congrats, Braden. Joe Carter, 396 career home runs. And you got a pro stock Louisville Slugger. Beautiful autograph. He's a solid hit. All right. So a quick recap. Joe Carter, Toronto Blue Jays for Braden. We did have Willie Wilson. Of course, Willie Wilson, we said was a Kansas City Royal hit. This one's going out to Tim S. Nice inscription, 85 World Series champs. When it came to the hockey, we did have a hit parade case hit. Of course, Patrick Kane going out to Darren. And this one was for the Blackhawk spot. And then for football, we had Tony on some repeat luck from last week on the JMO. which may or may not still be up for grabs. We'll see if he's wheeling it in. If anybody's interested, it might not be a bad investment since I'm pretty sure that I'm going to try to draft JMO for my fantasy football team this season. And then, of course, the last other football jersey we had, Travis Etienne Jr., and this one was for the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, guys, when it comes to next week, I thought maybe try the break one more time. And then for the following week after that, maybe switch it up a little bit just so that there's some variety. I thought maybe with the 5 items, we would rock it for a little bit. But for football, maybe instead of doing the 2 jerseys, I did get one of these little small cases of GoldRush for like 8x10 photos. I'm not sure if that's something you guys are interested in, but you'll let me know. Maybe I could do like 1 jersey and 1 8x10. Maybe that would be a nice like little mix up. So every week we're doing something a little bit different, but you guys let me know. Be on the lookout for it. It won't be for next week, but probably the week after that. And then we'll probably open up the case together and then just pick one out and go from there. So be on the lookout if you're interested. I do want to say thank you one more time. Thank you to everybody that jumped in this week. Thanks to all the people that tried it for the first time. I know we had some brand new people to breaks, and I know that it could be a little bit nerve-wracking the first time you try something you're not sure, but hopefully you had a good time. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, concerns. Yeah, Tony, we'll have to talk. So maybe I can muster up something for a trade for that as well. But that's awesome. Yeah, right on. So then, again, thanks again, everybody. I appreciate those people that took teams, like I said, for the first time. Those people that took multiple teams. I had several people reach out to me today and help buy several of the unsold. So if that's something you're interested in, of course, every Saturday, every team that doesn't get sold on the Friday auctions are available. And it's an auction at Saturday. You can just buy it now. It does reach a point, too, where I do like an offer. So if you want to make me an offer for something, don't be afraid to do that. And then just reach out. Just talk to me. I pride myself on the communication. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, thank you guys. Like I said, I think so. We only got a couple of guys left, but I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your families if you're still out on holiday and celebrating. And I hope to see you guys next week for more fun and games. If you want to like and subscribe to the video, join the Facebook group. We'd be happy to have you. In my opinion, we've got a great group of guys here. And as always, this is something I look forward to on a weekly basis. All right. That's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it, Tony. Thanks, Darren. I appreciate it, guys. Take care. Have a great week. We'll see you next time around. Whether you bid or not, you're always welcome to jump in. Have a good time. All right, everybody. Let me know if you need anything. Have a good one. See ya.